Hey everyone! So today for my first video here on this channel, I decided that I would do like a book tag. I was looking for some book tags and stuff like that, but I couldn't really find anything specific that I thought I should do this video on. So I decided I would just make my own survey and talk about my favorite books of all time, and that is Harry Potter. So of course there are 7 questions, 7 books in all, but if you're going to do this, you can totally add more questions if you would like to. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in. Number 1, when did you start reading the books? I started reading the books when it first came out. I was 13 years old. I came home from school and my sister was in bed reading it and everything, and she was super into it, and I said, "What are you reading?" and all that, and she was like, "I'm reading this book. I heard it's really good." At the time it was just starting to become popular, and so I thought, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. And so I did, and I finished it in one sitting and everything. And even though I was an avid reader at the time, I wasn't really like a book obsessed person, I guess you can say, but I was totally obsessed with the series, and from then on I just waited for every release and everything, and I practically grew up with the story. Number 2, favorite book in the series. I would have to say my favorite book in the series would definitely be Deathly Hallows, followed by Prisoner of Azkaban. The reason I love Deathly Hallows so much is because I just felt like J.K. Rowling wrapped everything up perfectly. I felt like the conclusion was epic. It was everything that I wanted. It was a pretty amazing conclusion. I really like Prisoner of Azkaban mainly because I really like Sirius and Lupin. I felt like I also got to know more about the background there, like Harry's family background and stuff like that. I also liked it because of Ron and Hermione. I've always been a Ron and Hermione shipper, and I feel like I started seeing some, things develop. They were bickering a lot, and I just thought it was really cute. Number 3, your least favorite Harry Potter book. I feel like I don't really have a least favorite book because I love all of them. I really have to choose. I think Chamber of Secrets was my least favorite, followed by Order of the Phoenix. I felt like Chamber of Secrets was a little bit more of like a bridge to the better part of the series, if that makes any sense at all. I also didn't really like Ginny Weasley as much. At the time, of course, I didn't know that she was going to be a central character in the future, so I was trying to wonder, like, why is she such a big deal? Order of the Phoenix was okay, but I really did feel like it was a little bit more of like a filler informational book that needed to be there, but it wasn't maybe as entertaining as the other books. Number 4, favorite character. I've always loved Ron, but by the end of the series, I definitely have to say that Snape has become my most favorite character. In fact, he's probably going to be in the top 5 favorite fictional characters of all time. He's one of the most multi-dimensional characters I've ever gotten to know. He was not stereotypical, he wasn't just one-sided and stuff, and I felt like he was just a great character with a lot of different sides to him that was really just misunderstood. Number 5, favorite character that you love to hate. Definitely Professor Dolores Umbridge. If you have read the books, you probably understand why I hate this girl so much. The thing is, she was so perfectly written and perfectly drawn. She's like a super realistic character, and she was awesome being cruel. Number 6, your house. This is a little bit of a sad question for me, to be honest, because I recently just got sorted officially in Pottermore. And it wasn't really what I was expecting. I've always identified myself with a Ravenclaw, but it turns out that I'm a Hufflepuff. And the last question is, what do you think of the movies? I personally really like the movies, but I gotta admit, I was kind of iffy about it because I felt like, oh, they changed this, they changed that, they just totally butchered this, they took it out. But then over the years, I just kind of got to realize that, you know what, this is a movie adaptation. It's completely different from the books. At the same time, I think it has a special extra something also that the books don't offer. I also think that the movies made people appreciate the Harry Potter world and the fandom even more. I feel like a lot of people really started reading after watching the movies, so I think that's always a good thing. Overall, I have just learned that this is a movie adaptation, and I just need to appreciate it for what they are, and I really love them. So that is it for the questions. I hope you guys do this with me too. Go ahead and leave video responses if you would like to, if you do this, or you can leave a comment down below answering the questions. But that is it for me, and I'll see you next week.